You're early today. Sit like this for a second. Nope, we're gonna be stubborn. You're gonna sit like this until I tell you to stop being emotional. Alright. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? I'm starting a new game in Alaska Gold Fever. I've never played this. I watched somebody play the, like, basically episode 1 kind of thing, or like the first hour. Enter a name for your new save first. Sounds so creative. Okay. Seriously, I need an achievement for entering the game. I feel like some games take achievements way too lackluster. I'm fine with this no sensitivity. Okay, so in this game, we basically inherit I think we inherit or buy a rundown hotel that we will run, and we go gold mining and hunting. And all that lovely stuff. We're in 1890s Alaska. I believe it's 1890s. So we're in Russia. Collect raspberries. There's a note on the door. For the hotel key, please report to the church. There's a little icon on the compass. Doesn't basically, if you're not looking, it doesn't like stay up to the side or anything. So, anyway. Can't click on those. Oh. It tilts when you go to the side. It's weird. Okay, so we have a health bar in the right, money in the bottom. Sorry, in the bottom right we have a health bar, money in the bottom right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 keeps changing. Tab is inventory. Nice raspberries, blueberries, berries. Well, what kind of berries are they? All right, let's go in. Excuse me, sir. I'm the heir to the hotel located in this town, and I'm looking for someone who can help me get to it. You've come to the right place, young man. My name is William, and I'm the local clergyman and a someone who can call a mayor, though without the official title. More than anything, I was close to a friend of your uncle before he died. He asked me to make sure you find your way here. You must have valued and respected him very much if you wanted to bring me here all the way from Poland. Indeed, it wasn't easy, but I owe him my life and my position as this settlement's administrator, so I wanted to do him one last favor. It seems to me that in the letter my uncle mentioned a certain friend with a good heart and a firm hand. I assume he meant you. I need a strong hand to make sure no newcomer or resident gets the idea of taking over. Our settlement is unlike any other you might heard of. I promise I won't cause any trouble. Like many hearts, I came here to secure a better life for myself, actually, not just for myself. Enough chatter. I assume you'd like to see your new home, wouldn't you? I'll handle the necessary paperwork, but in the meantime, I have a small favor to ask. As you can guess, it's damn cold here, and it would be good to light the stove. Could you help me bring some firewood? Here's a simple axe. It should do the job. Well, I wouldn't want to disappoint my uncle's loyal friend. I've got nothing better to do either, so I'll head out and chop some trees. Pretty sure I got a lot of better things to do. I got a new home that I have to go to and set up. Just don't wander too far. You've got plenty of wild and dangerous. Go away. I figured it. Ah, I was reading that. You want wood for the stove? 1. Brings up an axe. This tree doesn't look healthy. Oh, I can just hold down. Nice. How much wood did he need? I have 6. Up to the Reverend. I'm back. Excellent. I must say you got it done quite fast. It gets pretty cold where I'm from too, so I've had to go on a few wood gathering trips myself. As you can see, my stove isn't too big, so it'd be best if you'd cut those logs into smaller pieces, let's say about the size of sticks. You can handle that. Or can you handle that? No problem. In our region, if you want to own a building, land, or a mine, you need to purchase a property deed. Since your uncle left you the hotel in his will, I'm transferring the deed to you free of charge. But if you ever want to acquire more property in the future, I'm afraid it'll cost you quite a bit. And what's all that money used for? When we're officially recognized as a separate state one day, I want this town to become a regional capital. Politics, that's all I'll say, son. Don't you worry, I won't drink it away like some of the drunks around here. Instead, one day we'll be able to breathe proud and sigh of relief. Sounds like an ambitious plan. Once I get the hotel back in shape and decide to open it officially, will I need your approval? Nope. What you do with your own property is, so to speak, no concern of mine. Is there a mine around here that still has some gold left? Son, there's more gold here than there is water. You just have to go looking for it. Though I haven't done that myself in years. Ask the trader at the general store, he'll know where a newcomer like you should head. Thank you kindly for your help. I'll spend the night at the hotel, and tomorrow morning I'll head out and look for gold. Bringing the rest of my family over here won't come cheap. Sticks, hunting knife, meat crafting. I wish you good luck, boy, and while you're at it, please accept this modest gift from me. It might be, or maybe a simple knife, but when you hunt an animal, it will allow you to cut meat from it, which can then be cooked and eaten. Gather resources. You need to learn their recipes. Sure, to start crafting items, you must be at the appropriate workbench or press C to open the crafting window, and some simple objects can be crafted anywhere at any time. Wooden logs into sticks. This hotel once belonged to your uncle, but now it's finally yours. As you can see, properly documenting all official matters is extremely important to the local residents. That's why every property you own must be acquired legally. To manage your properties, and you'll likely own more than one, you need to return to the Reverend. He will help you hire employees and check other important information. So we go home. Our new home. Do we have... Ouch. Don't seem to have a sense. No collective, like basically a thing that lets you see what's collectible around you. want berries again? I just harvested you. Holy crap. There should be a bed in the owner's room. Rest after your long journey. Owner. I have an anchor. Lucky me. Hi, puppy dog. So, what's in tools, weapons, essential consumables? Okay, so I can hold a tiny bit of everything by the looks of it. I can't hold like infinite resources here. I'm not dropping my resources, but fresh start, complete first start. Seriously. Look for shop and ask its owner where the nearest mine is. Shouldn't I, like, try to make this look decentish? So my puppy came back from Florida. She was weapons store, bank. Snowbirding in Florida for 6 months. They came back on Sunday. General goods. Nelson's and Blake's General Goods. Greetings, sir. Minor traveler or just passing through? Sorry, what did you say? I'm asking who you are, newbie. I inherited a hotel from my uncle Ben. I assume you knew him, right? Oh my goodness, it's you. Ben said he'd bring in a young guy to take over his business. Are you really from Eastern Europe? Do you have winter all year round there? We're in Alaska. Come on, we had some warm summers too, but if I were to choose a place to live on weather, I'd have to say stayed my ass at home. Listen, I'm looking for some gold mine where I could safely learn the basics of gold mining and then earn a bit of money for the first renovation work at the hotel. Can you help me? Of course, if you leave the town heading more toward the harbor, then turn left towards the Carpenter. You will find a small mine that was discovered recently. The most recent miner working there fairly quickly decided he'd had enough and went back home to Florida. Apparently, he's planning to open some kind of fishing business there. Unfortunately, the scoundrel left the mine in poor condition, with the shaft crumbling. Before you go there, visit the carpenter so he can help you craft stabilizing support beams. So I wonder if the devs are going to make a like Florida fishing game around the same time period. I always thought people were here worked themselves to death and ended up with nothing. That's good news for me. Whoa there, hold your horses, kid. Tell me, can you even forge yourself a new pickaxe? Lazy prospectors don't last long out here. They'll end up paying a fortune to the craftsman, and he cleans them out worse than I ever could. Didn't think I needed to. Can you teach me? No, but I can sell you a recipe that'll teach you how. Of course, it is a special exception for the services of your Uncle Ben. I'll even throw in a tiny bucket for carrying the rubble. And for God's sake, put something on yourself. I'm freezing just looking at those summer clothes. And when might I buy some decent? Where might I buy some decent clothing? Do you have a furrier around here, or someone that of that sort? Sadly, our furrier has fallen ill in both body and mind, so he no longer sells clothes. I've got some rags he gave me last time we talked a few months ago. We can take, or you can take them. Local traders will be your best allies. It is with them that you can purchase the tools, weapons, and resources essential for survival and effective work in Alaska. The local shopkeeper, furrier, and the owner of the mountain lodge can buy back any item you don't need, allowing you to earn some extra money. In selected shops, you can also purchase new crafting recipes for items. If you want to be more cost effective, it's worth learning them. However, if you don't feel like crafting things yourself, you can still buy them in the shop. Just remember, traders are ripoffs and charge very high prices. The clothing, pants, and jacket you just received will provide better protection against the cold, which is an essential part of life in Alaska. Each additional piece of clothing will provide you with better protection against the cold, which will be crucial for your comfort during work and exploration. Unfortunately, frost can make you faint and force you to return to the town. Do we have a date? We don't have a date. I have two things in my top left. What are they? I don't know. Here's a map. No date here. Whoa. I was wondering if there's going to be seasons. Put on the clothes. Oh. Okay, so this is also inventory here. This looks to be my hot bar. Prepare for a gold expedition. Buy a bucket. Buy a recipe for a primitive pickaxe. Craft a primitive pickaxe. Buy a torch. It gets dark at night. Torch crafting recipe 15. Crafting oil crafting recipe 60. Lamp 40. Cloth. Bolts for crossbow. Dynamite 12 for 3 sticks of dynamite. Garlic to keep vampires away at nighttime. Paper 6 for 10. Glass bottles, metal cans, oil, mercury, blueberry juice, berry juice, raspberry juice, water. I wonder if I could sell these if I buy a bottle. I can't touch the shovel. Fur. Do I get a free torch? No, I don't. Alright. Craft a primitive pickaxe. At each mine, there is a camp that includes several useful objects such as crafting stations, tents for resting overnight, and a campfire. Sometimes, however, these camps seem to be a bit too small, don't they? It looks like you'll be able to do something more with them later on. Buy a torch. It gets dark out at night. Well, I can't afford a torch. I guess I could try to sell something. What do you have? So if I go in here, how does this work? Sell. I need $3 for a torch. I've got nothing that can... I would have to make a lot of pickaxes. We'll go without a torch. What's the worst that could happen? We'll just be blind. Call dog sled. Hello, puppies. Dog meat. Pet a dog. I don't want to hear dog meat. I'll pet you. And you. And you. I don't know what the dog says for. I'm guessing the dog says for traveling. Oh my god, we get to use it? Oh my god. I don't know how to drive. Where are we going? Farrier's workshop. Abandoned mine. Carpenter's workshop. And I'm here with a dog sled. It's obviously not costing me money because I don't have any. Whee! Brakes! I love it. So what do berries do? Health is +7 every 3 minutes for 60 minutes. I have a weight meter. What are these? Tool speed +10 for 720 minutes. Tool damage +10 for 720 minutes. Why are these here? How do I get those as well? Consumables used. Just looks like these are health. Essentials, weapon, tools. Doesn't seem I have a hunger bar. Hello, Mr. Carpenter. Don't bother me, I'm busy. Alright. I can make meat, deer meat, wolf meat. Okay. At the carpenter table, you can craft wooden elements and perform other woodworking activities. You haven't discovered any recipes of this type. Do I really need to buy in or make? All right, let's make a freaking axe and sell them. Can I break the rock? Nope. Ooh, sparkly. So I'm guessing I need to make the torch before anybody wants to talk to me so that we can progress, blah, blah, blah. There's another grave over here. They're not very good graves. Require a tool to dig it up. Alright. Crafting. Value 50 cents, value 50 cents. So your same value, same crafting recipe. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's head back. Puppies, you're not very good at turning around here. Ah! Maybe you are. I just suck at this. Alright. Stay. There's no way to get a cheap torch, right? No, $3 for a torch. 15 for a recipe. Torch. I'm an idiot. Look for the carpenter. Alright. Do we have a time of day? 5 degrees. I don't see anything really determining. It might be locked for the tutorial here. So you're not like passing 100 days. I'm just looking around. Do you happen to know about making wooden support for stabilizing a mine? I might. That's perfect because I said I might. First, I'd like to know who you are. My apologies, I'm a relative of Ben's. My uncle supposedly helped establish the settlement. You see, like many others, I came here chasing a better life, and I'd like to bring, another poor lost immigrant trying to grab the dream and strike it rich. Typical. Hey man, you're an immigrant too, just like the rest of us. My ancestors sailed here in 1620 and helped build this country. Alaska is a part of Russia. Alright, don't get worked up. Do you know how to make these support beams? Yes, here's a simple recipe for good supports so those stupid rocks don't fall on your dumb head. Thanks. Now get out of my shop, I'm busy. Okay. You must have a lot of friends around here. More than you, that's for sure. Nesrin. Not all items can be crafted by hand. More advanced equipment requires the use of appropriate stations available in the shop and camps. Each available workstation allows you to create a different type of item. For example, you can sew clothes at the furrier's workshop and cut wood into planks at the carpenter's. Craft 6 support beams. Hacha. Go to the mine near the town. Don't bother me, I'm busy. Planks, bolts, crossbow 125. Can't buy a bow. There's arrows there, but you can't buy them either. Can I have his hat? I want his hat. He writes a journal. He doesn't wipe his feet though when he comes in the house. Why would you store wood upstairs? That just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. It has an inventory. I did not realize that. I like how we start the game with the dog sled. Go the other way. Why won't you go right? Whee! Abandoned mine. Okay, I'm leaving you out here because you're a pain in the ass to steer. Sleep there, cook there, collect sticks there. Also sleep there. Dump dirt in there. Upgrade for 75. Ooh. Mining is the core of your adventure. It is the main source of gold and other available resources. Each mine is different and may require a different set of tools. Some rocks are harder than others, and you won't be able to break through them without a better equipment. To start mining, equip the pickaxe you have. Then approach the rocks and press to use it. Note that pickaxes have limited durability, so it's a good idea to bring more than one with you. Good news! Uh, Contrary to appearances, mines are quite fragile structures and can easily collapse. Pay attention to dust and rocks falling from the ceiling. This is a sign that the shaft needs to be stabilized. To do this, you must craft support beams and place them at regular intervals so the structure becomes stable again. This is also about your life. You surely don't want to die under the rubble, do you? Ignoring stability is a direct path to disaster. A collapsed mine segment provides no benefits, only extra work. Torch. Okay, there's structure there. Okay. During mining operations, large amounts of ore mixed with spoil are always produced. You must remember that not everything you dig up has any value. Use the bucket from your inventory to collect the rubble lying on the ground and carry it to the filtration station. To separate ordinary debris from gold and iron, use the filtration station with a bucket filled with material equipped. Aim at the upper part of the device and press E. Alright, well, let's get as much out of here as we can. How's my pickaxe doing? It's perfectly fine. Now I have flex in it. See more flex back there. Okay. So I'm gonna burn through this axe here. Or pickaxe, right? Nighttime fell. Okay, so it looks like my torch is lit. It does have a durability. I don't know if it's burning, like if the durability is going down. as it's being passive. That looks like iron. Wait, is stuff coming down? It is. I need to... Excellent. There goes my pickaxe. Alright, so let's grab the bucket. We dump into here, push E. It's 9 iron, 45 gold dust. We're rich. Five iron, 49 gold dust. So I want to go panning. How do I go panning as well? No iron, 33 gold. Something with space. You know what? We can sleep here, we should. Just to make it brighter. How is my torch? My torch has not gone down. No iron, 29 gold. Let's just take a nap. Ooh, that one had iron. 4 iron, 40 gold. Three iron, 42 gold. Okay, so that's one pickaxe. We got 274 gold dust. Amounts to $21.92. Where's the iron? We got 22 iron, which amounts to $1.10. Wow, gold dust is only 3 cents more than iron ore. Collect and dump. So why would I want to collect or dump the dirt here? So my thinking is like either you want to like this obviously has more gold in it than like this does. So you might want to like basically take this, put it here until this is upgraded. And then use this stuff because it might be worth more. I don't know. Alt. Alt empties your hand. Hello, puppies. It's nice to see you again. Wait, probably shouldn't be using the dogs right now. I need these. Let's just run. I think the dogs are for the longer journeys. But they're cute. But I can pick up stone this way. So I used up all my supports, so I'm gonna have to make more of those as well. Okay, first gold acquire. It's time to find a bank to sell it. Also, J for quests. Need for space. So there it is. There's got to be a hunter around here. Find him. Go to the engineer's workshop. You're the engineer. Okay. You look like one of the true native inhabitants of these lands. That's fascinating. It's a pleasure to meet you, young man. I assure you, I assume you're a relative of Ben, aren't you? Could you tell me something about your traditions, or perhaps offer some advice that might help me accomplish my mission of bringing your family here, right? Well, if you're interested, I can tell you about the power of nature spirits. Yes, of course. In my country, I've seen things no one would believe, yet yet they were very real. Teach me then how to use the power of nature. This is not a good font for dyslexia. It's really quite simple. Each of the gemstones you find in the local mines represent a different kind of power tied to nature. Ruby stands for strength, topaz symbols speeds, and emeralds represents life. You can attach one or more gemstones to your pickaxe, their power infusing both the tool and yourself. The helpful spirits will then support you in your work so you can aid your family. Cool. That sounds fascinating and mysterious, but I assume that if I have a clear conscience, the powers will grant me their trust. Exactly. I don't understand that, but okay. To start, take this ruby from me and prepare a simple stone pickaxe, and you'll see the difference with your own eyes. Good luck. Did I get a ruby? I got a ruby. I can sell it for a lot of money. Workshop crafting. You haven't discovered any crafting recipes. Add gold. You don't have gold. Add iron. 20. Okay. We don't have enough sticks. I can do math. 12 hours. Oh. Add mercury. Add gold. Add sticks, add gold, add... Upgrade, gems upgrade. Emeralds. Rubies. And topaz. Do I really want to put a ruby on a stone pickaxe? Here's another one of these. Your floor is even messier than the craft. Oh, there's a person in here. Who are you? A dull tool is a dead man's burden. Stone pickaxe is 20. Iron pickaxe is 40. Axe is 40. Stone axe is 20. Shovels 45. Trax cart crafting recipe 25. Shovel crafting recipe 180. Holy crap. I already have that recipe. Stone pickaxe crafting. Iron bar 75 or 17.5. I can cook on a stove if I have a recipe for it. That's all you have, eh? The dog is snoring. Has any time passed? 11 hours. So an hour has passed. Alright. Sticks. You and you. Sticks. Where's the path? Where are we going? Buy the recipe for a stone pickaxe. Why? I have a stone pickaxe, do I not? 5 primitive pick. Oh, bloody hell. 50 bucks for that? Go to the bank. Good day. I'd like to exchange the gold I've gathered for some cash. Of course, young man. How's the hotel's renovation going? Haven't even started. How do you know about that? A good banker must know everything about his potential clients, and our settlement isn't exactly large, so news travels fast. That makes sense. I need money for renovation materials and tools, so I'd like to exchange the gold from the mine for cash. Are there any specific rules, fluctuating rates, or something like that? I accept both ordinary dirty pieces of gold and those purified through a special process developed by our engineer. I'm guessing that's what I'm doing with the iron. I keep a separate rate for each. Dirty gold is, of course, worth less than pure gold. Purified gold, sorry. Also, if you melt pure gold into bars, I offer a special higher price. Gold bars sell better on the market than small bits that traveling miners usually bring to me. I see, so it's better to refine the gold a bit before exchanging it with you. I'll keep that in mind for the future, but right now I'm short on time. Will you take what I have with me now? Olette, as the Romans used to say, dirty gold is still gold, and if you're looking for good tools, I recommend buying a hammer from the merchant. It's great for simple household tasks and more. Exchange, extracted gold in raw states comes in various forms: dust, flakes, and nuggets. Any gold extracted can be taken and sold at the local bank, which will guarantee you a steady flow of cash. This, in turn, is essential for trading and covering other important expenses. However, the gold you collect directly from the mine has one drawback: it is contaminated, which reduces its value. Perhaps someone will help you later with refining any and further processing it. Ooh, I got the hiccups. Did you buy it? I would like to talk about exchange gold for money. Did you bring any gold for trade? Yes. 21.92. Okay, and if I had flakes here, or something I didn't want to sell, it would be fine. Exchange. Close. J. Did that. Mine and exchange gold until you have enough cash. Not enough. Got it. So I need to stop by the carpenter. We need to make more supports. How much wood do I currently have? 19. I have enough pickaxes. I'll probably just burn through them all. Probably stop collecting berries until I figure out what they're for. Let's cut down some trees quickly. Okay. I got 16. Don't think I have a weight limit, really. I'm not really sure if I do, but it's not like we're carrying a ton of gold, is it? Here's the abandoned mine. There's another skull there. Pickaxe. Just trying to make room for next support. let's throw up a support. No harm in doing it early. Okay, almost going through this pickaxe. That pickaxe is gone. Start gooping. Seven. That's a ripoff. 50. And 12 gold, iron. $61. I think that's our most. $14. $41 and 2. $33 and 2. So on that pickaxe, I thought we got a lot more of those gold flaked boulders than we did on the first pickaxe, but we got less money. We got $21.92 on the first one and $18.40 on this one. There's more gold there. Okay. All right, puppy. Okay. So we'll do this quickly. $70, wow. That's definitely our most. Six. $23. 32. 30. 'I guess I could break them. 40. 9 pieces of iron, nice. Another 12 pieces of iron, and 38. So we're at 18. 37. So it looks like we just did, both of those were about equal. Let's go back. I want to check the... It looks like all this stuff respawns, like the rocks and all that. I can hear the dogs panting. Town. I want to check the iron. Can we sell the iron? Three hours, jeez. It's a long 12 hours. Bank. I would like to talk about the exchange.